Everyone doing? I hope everyone's having a nice week, enjoying themselves, enjoying the weather, getting outside some. If you're getting vaccinated, you're able to do a little bit more within the guidelines, so that's cool too. We are finishing up our Spanish week. We are making Tarta de Queso, also known as the Basque Cheesecake. Let's get to it. It's time for another episode of Cooking with Kaitlin. That's me. Enjoy! Alright, we've got 2 pounds of cream cheese at room temperature in there. We're adding in 1.25 cups of sugar. We're going to cream those together so they are nice and smooth. Okay. Bowl was not locked in, y'all. My bad. Things to check. So we're just going to get that nice creamy fluffy going. We'll scrape down as needed before moving on to the next, but I'm going to let it beat on this speed for a couple minutes and I'll check back in a little bit. Alright, now we're adding a total of 5 eggs, all at room temperature, one at a time. So they're nicely mixed each, just similar to most cheesecakes, I would think. At least the ones I know. That's looking good. And I don't know if I mentioned it, but we have preheated the oven to 400 degrees. We have greased and floured our springform pan. Just scraping that down while that's going on so that it's getting all the stuff on the sides too. Getting them all in there. Alright, while that's going, we're adding in a 1.25 cups of whipping cream that's also at room temp. And we're going to add in 1 teaspoon of sea salt. And then 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Getting that nicely done. Again, just getting at the sides, just making sure everything's getting nicely blended. And our final ingredient is 1/4 cup of flour. Right, I'm gonna lift out and do one big solid scrape all around just to make sure I'm getting everything. While it does its last bit of blending. Okay. All right, getting all that in. Making sure. All right, it's all well blended and looking good. So we've got that. We're about to pour it in. I'm gonna probably reposition you guys for that, so hang tight. All right, so you'll notice there is no crust like we do with most cheesecakes, but we are still gonna do, just kind of get air bubbles out as best we can. We're gonna get all this out there and into our pan. Still do that smooth top. Yum. And we are not putting it in a water bath either. This is going to get darker than most cheesecakes do. And that is on purpose. That's why it gets the nickname sometimes the burnt looking cheesecake, even though it's not. You're still aiming to not actually burn it. Because burnt food still tastes like burnt food no matter how good the ingredients were. Alright, so just smoothing the top. We're going to put it in the oven that's preheated to 450, or not to 450, 400. We're going to do that for about 50 to 60 minutes, so we will check back then. My goodness. So, still a little jiggly in the middle, but it's getting there. It's supposed to do like that. It rose up a lot more than anything indicated, but I think it's going to sink back down as it cools. I just want to see, it's not super jiggly, just a little jiggly. So you're going to take it out. We're going to let it cool completely to room temperature, and then we will check back. All right, so we've had it cool for about between 3.5, 4 hours. And I know you're thinking, like, that's not what you want a traditional cheesecake to look like. And you are right. Like I said, this is the Tarta de Queso, also known as the Basque Cheesecake. Kind of nicknamed the burnt cheesecake. But it's not actually burnt. It has simply the way you cook it, it does this nice brownness. You're probably going to get cracks. And as opposed to a traditional cheesecake where you're like, I must fix, this is perfectly acceptable and in fact almost wanted in this kind of cheesecake. And you absolutely want this rich color that's very much kind of caramelized all of it. So now that we've gotten it fully room temperature, and you don't refrigerate it before you spring it forward, you do afterwards because it's cheese and if you're not eating it all at once. But we've cooled it on its rack. But it's okay. It's like, what did I not do? All right. But there it is. I was like, where am I going, guys? Here we are. It looks delicious. Gonna slice ourselves up. Actually, hang on one sec. Sorry, I wanted a few pictures of it before I sliced it open. But all right, now we're gonna just cut ourselves a nice slice. And they state you can top it with whatever you want, and if nothing else, you should top it with a little extra sea salt, which I just forgot. So I'm just gonna, I'm actually gonna do it in my hand first, just to not overwhelm, because I don't have anything else I'm putting on it, but there it is. The Tarta de Queso, or the Basque Cheesecake. Y'all are really close. Buen provecho.